Let's start with the title of this book, Undisputed. Is that for the undisputed world and Olympic champion, or is there more to this title?
I think that it's important for me to present that in the history of the world, that I am the first person to be undisputed champion. The world record, the Olympic gold medal, and world champion medal all at the same time.
Now, think about that, how incredible that feat is, but it almost didn't happen. Like, your origin story is so interesting. You came so close to not using these superpowers. If your friends don't cajole you that day to go to the stadium, I think it was Centennial Stadium in Etobicoke, to run, we might not have an Olympic champion. How close did we get to you not choosing this career?
Wow, close. I mean, I think that I was quite successful here in business. I had a dream of playing basketball.
Yes, we all did. We all want to be Michael Jordan. Yes, we all did.
I had a dream of that. But I think that ultimately this was my journey. This was what it was supposed to look like. I was watching competitions. I was seeing athletes that I competed against and beaten in high school. And they're on the
national stage.
They're on the, I mean, I'm watching these guys and they're like in Europe and Asia representing Canada. I'm like, but wait, I used to beat those guys in high school, and I had very little training at that point.
Let's talk about the media and Ben Johnson. Let's get to that, because we know what happened in the media when, after the scandal with Ben, he went from being Canadian sprinter, Ben Johnson, to hyphenated Jamaican Canadian sprinter after the scandal. How did the coming after Ben affect your career? Because we felt like we need to be vindicated, and all that was on you.
It was extremely frustrating, but I got to tell you this, especially in this book, when I said, I just want you all to understand that I know and I feel that Ben was victimized in the things that in all what took place.
I think as we look at it historically now, we have a lot of people agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. And I think again, and I think that more people now, because we have a platform and because we can speak, that they can now understand my frustration then, where every single day I'm speaking about someone else's action. I mean, the fact is,
helps us understand that.
Yeah, and Dwight, I mean, I became the most drug-tested athlete on the planet.
I can imagine. Afterwards.
Man.
After months of hype, it was all over in just under 15 seconds.
I do want to admit that I was one of those 30,000 screaming fans at the Michael Johnson race at the Dome. Even though many of us in the audience agreed with you, do you regret those comments? Because you were called, after being this Canadian hero, they were then calling you un-Canadian.
Un-Canadian.
He didn't pull up, he's a chicken. He didn't pull up at all, he's just a chicken. He's afraid to lose. I think what he should do is we should run this race over again so he can kick his ass one more time.
I said, imagine in today's world, do you call someone a chicken? Like, what's wrong with you, guy? Is that the only thing you can,
I don't know.
That's the only thing you can come up with? Even to this day, when I travel the world and, and especially when I meet Canadian fans, they say, yeah, Donovan, you know what? You won the 100 meters and you became the fastest man in history. But you know how I really felt proud as a Canadian was kind of when you took Michael Johnson down.
Donovan Bailey!
When you look at what we've given, in this country, whether it's in sports, finance, music, whatever, I mean, how does it make you feel to be one of the Jamaican Canadians that we look to as one of the people in this country that helped to say, yes, we gave back to Canada?
Well, dude, I'm very proud. And I've said this to you personally. I've said it to you. I've said it behind your back. I think that you have done amazing things. You are doing amazing things. And we have tons of accomplished people here that are contributing positively. We're talking about Denham Jolly just before we got on here. We're talking about someone who's accomplished, who's a mentor to people.
Period.
Right?
All Canadians, not only people that look like him. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that we all know and love that this is one of the greatest melting pot in the world. And I think that I'm definitely happy and humbled to have shared some incredible sporting memories.
You've got a great immigrant story, man. Like, we're lucky to have you in this country.
Well, you know what? Listen, thank you for that. But I've shared some incredible sporting memories and continue to share some incredible moments.
It was a great read. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir.
And I love the way that you send love back to that Oakville community where you grew up in, man.
That's home.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
home.
They
And
named a whole bunch of stuff after you, and it's well deserved. Before we stop recording, I do want to mention this there, Paul. Like when you first came back from winning, I was a young reporter in the city, and I think I ran into you like a Berlin or one of these.
Right,
And you were in the
club
club.
thing.
And we're in the club, and we were freaking out because I'm like, God, Donovan's here. This was after the big win, and I think I ran up to you with such energy. You had a drink in your hand, and I knocked out the drink out of your hand. It was just, and you're like, Dwight, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. So
No.
I really appreciated that. It's okay.
It's all,
okay.
dude, it's all love, man. But it's
Thank you
always
for being you, bro.
it's always been that way, and continue being you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.